Okay. Yes. Hi, Melverick. So you can probably introduce yourself and let us know where you come from, who you are, and what product it is that you are trying to pitch for e-commerce.
Yes. Hi everyone. I'm Melverick. I run a no-code agency. So now I currently teach people to use no-code to build applications without knowing any programming language. I'm using this software called Bubble, which is a leading no-code platform. So with Bubble, you can actually build any applications that you want, mostly business application. So whatever applications that you want business, actually, I would say if you think of it, 90% of your requirements can be fulfilled by this Bubble. So today I'm going to share more how we can actually do this, build an application without knowing how to do any programming. Yeah.
Okay, sure. So okay, so when you talk about applications, right? Do you what kind of application? Do you mean like mobile apps or what kind of applications you're talking about?
Okay. Yeah. So I'm referring to web applications. So which means whatever the access, the pages, using any browser, right? But after you build a web application, if you prefer to be a native app for your business, like can be posted on iOS Store, Apple Store, or the Google Play Store, it's just another step away to convert your web application into a native application. Yeah, so I think that is also that can be done also. Yeah.
Okay, so do you have an example that you want to show us of?
Yes. So because your focus is on e-commerce, so before this recording, I actually have spent 1 or 2 hours try to build up a simple add to cart and checkout function using Bubble. So it's very easy to build. So I actually managed to build it. The UI is not so nice, so pardon me, but the functionality is working. So I'm going to share my screen now. So hopefully you can take a look at what I'm going to show. I'm just going to do a short demo on the shop that I've just built. Yeah. So this is not Shopify. This not using any. Yes. Front end, back end, all use same software, one platform. Yeah. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes. Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is a very simple e-commerce store that I built. Yeah. So you can see here you have categories that I put in, for example, just to demo, and then I have the products here. So you can actually make it nicer using the designer editor and make it more beautiful. And the layout, of course, you can change because it's very flexible. Yeah. So I'm just going to demo a short how you can use this to buy this iPhone here. So I just click on the product, right? You'll bring me to the product detail page, whatever name you all call it. Yeah, so the product detail page will tell you all the necessary information about this product, and then of course different images lah. So you can actually click here and then you show the bigger image, right? Then if you like this product, right, you can actually put it to favorite, right? The heart shape become red means it has been added to your favorite, right? Then you can see here on the top banner here, you can see you click here, you go to all your favorite items lah. Yeah. So if I click here, I already added one item. So this is a favorite list. Yeah. So my iPhone is my favorite list already. So now if I go back to the shop page, right, I continue to go inside the iPhone. I want to buy this now lah. So it's a very quick demo. So I just want to add to cart. So add to cart. So you see, item added to cart, the information has been shown. Then the cart, there's a one now, number one item in the cart, in the basket. Yeah. So I go to the cart. Yeah. So yeah, this is the iPhone 14 that I just added. So you can delete off from the cart, or if you can just delete if you change your mind. Yeah. Then I just do a purchase. Yeah. And purchase you can actually link it to Stripe. Bubble works very well with Stripe interface. So I just do a quick dummy credit card here.
Sure.
Yeah, I just want to do a purchase. Yeah, and then I just click on buy pay. Yeah. Okay, so the credit card has been charged, right? So the message come out. Yeah. So then the purchase is done. Yeah. So it's a very simple features, which means I already built a page where you can showcase all your products, click and showcase your product detail, right?
Okay.
Then you can add to cart and you buy a purchase. So all these I actually spent about 1 over hours to build it on my own without any programming knowledge. So this is the power of no code platform nowadays, that you can actually empower any non-developer, non-programmer, non-technical person, just a simple business person like me, to build applications, whatever you want. So you can build any other thing. You can build a CRM, you can build accounting software, which I'm doing now. I'm building my own accounting software. You can build app, social media app like LinkedIn, Instagram, or Facebook on your own. You can build a food delivery app if you want to start a business on food delivery, or you can build like an ordering system, a restaurant ordering system. Nowadays, a lot of restaurant now, you scan QR code, look at the menu. Actually, you can place an order, even payment. It's all on your phone if you go to a restaurant. Right? So all these actually can be built on no code. So no longer you need any programming knowledge to actually build applications.
Okay.
Yeah. So since today is e-commerce focus, so I built one simple e-commerce just to show everybody. Yeah.
Can we see the back end of this building process?
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Yeah.
How easy it is, how no code it is.
Yeah. So let me go to the back end now to show you how the whole thing works. I will share my other screen. So you probably now cannot see my screen. So I'll show the back end screen. Give me a minute.
Sure.
Show my tab. Okay, so this is how the back end looks like. Yeah. So this is a short page where you see. Let me show you. Later, I'll show you a preview.
When we log into Bubble, this is what we will see. It.
No, you log into Bubble, right?
Yes.
It's actually it's an empty page. So I show you an empty page.
Sure.
So if I add a new page,
okay.
Next page, you actually build everything from a blank page like this. Nothing.
Okay, so you are saying for example, right, when we log into Bubble, I can build a mobile app even with this.
Yes.
I can build a mobile app.
You can, but you first have to build a web app version first. Then it's a one-step process to convert your web app into a mobile app, where then you can use the file to post or to upload into Apple Store or Google Play Store. Yeah, so it's just one-step process.
So that one-step process, the conversion also takes place within Bubble.
Bubble currently doesn't have that capability to help you convert. So we actually need a third-party conversion tool, which Bubble works well with. So we will recommend that the third-party tool that you can just seamlessly convert it. Yeah. So you become whatever you see on Bubble, right? You also see on the mobile app. Yeah. So you first have to build a mobile responsive version on the web app first, lah. Yeah. So mobile responsive means like if I you see this different screen size.
Yes.
If I actually move the screen size smaller, right? Yeah, like 320 is actually a mobile phone size, lah. Yeah. So actually it will string. Let me show you the preview. You can actually see. I think I need to share the preview screen also. Give me a minute. I will show you we'll share the preview screen.
And also maybe you can educate us what is the difference between this web app and websites. Are they one and the same thing but different words?
Yeah, it's actually the same thing, different words. Yeah.
So it's just
you can see my screen now.
Yes.
You can see my screen now. Yeah. So I just show you the mobile responsive first. You see when you shrink the size of the window, it will actually try to make sure that everything's fit on the screen, so the images still fit nicely, so you'll not be jumbled up
then
or overlap each other.
The menu bar usually mobile responsive. We will have the hamburger thing, right?
Yes. Yeah. So you can build that also, like you build a condition when the screen size below certain size, the hamburger bar will appear. Yeah. So you can do that also. Yeah,
Okay,
so it's
maybe
at the
go back.
condition based. So let me go back to the back end.
Mm.
I think I should share my screen for the entire window instead of tab. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, hold on.
no
So
worries.
I go back to Google Meet here. So I share my entire, I think I share my entire window.
Okay.
Easier.
Mm.
Okay. Right. So you should
I
be
think you
able to
need
see.
I think there's a pop-up. You need to say share first. It's
Yeah.
not share.
Share.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yes.
So what are you seeing now on my screen? Is it back to the simple bubble
Yes.
store? Yes. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So now I want to show you the back end. So can you see my back end now?
Yes.
Is
Okay,
it showing
pause.
the back
Before
end?
you go
Yes.
ahead, can I ask? So basically,
Yes.
Bubble, right, is a website builder, correct or not? Can we
It's
just,
all built. Yeah. Yes. You can
it's
build
not a
a
mobile
simple
app builder.
landing page. Yeah. It's not a mobile app, but you can build a web page, your website. Then it can go beyond website. That's why we say web app, right? Web application. Because if you build a website using WordPress,
Yeah.
WordPress only allow you to do up to certain functionality.
Okay.
Can navigate, change to and go to another page, go to another website, and any functions that you want, you need to install plugin. Yeah, but
Correct.
for Bubble, right, a lot of features you can build without installing plugin. Yeah,
For
so
example,
for example, the add to cart, right? You probably in WordPress, you probably need to
the
add in
WooCommerce.
the plugin called WooCommerce, right?
Yes,
Yeah, but
correct.
Bubble, you don't need to install WooCommerce. You can build it yourself. And WooCommerce, then you'll be restricted by how WooCommerce provide you with all the features and functionalities.
Understand.
But for
Understand.
Bubble, right, you can actually say, okay, this is how I want the add to cart function to be. You can even think of a more creative way to add to cart. You can go ahead and build it. Yeah, you don't have to be restricted by WooCommerce. You don't have to be restricted by Shopify or whatever e-commerce platform you're using. Yeah, you can actually build it yourself. Yes.
Oh, okay. So I think what you are saying also, right, is like if, for example, the company they have their own, they want to create their own accounting invoicing system, and then this Bubble can really help them to create that accounting system and also create a website, and then everything can sync in some manner because they are all using Bubble. Correct or not?
Yes. Because everything is in one platform, back end also one platform, right? So a lot of integration issues
It's
will
so
be
much.
got. Yes, it's easier.
So
Your
Bubble,
database is in Bubble. Your front end is in Bubble. Your condition workflow building logic all in Bubble. Yeah.
I understand. So it is a multi-purpose building engine, no code building engine. That is Bubble.
No code.
Okay.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, now you show us the back end and introduce some of the functions to us.
Yes. So just now you saw the simple e-commerce store.
Yeah.
So I have the bar here, which is all the categories. Yeah, if you can see just now, see all the categories. Yeah. I'm going to toggle between two tabs. So now I share my entire screen. I think it's easier now.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is how I build my category bar. Then this is how I build all the product that's coming out, right? The product image, then the product, the title, then the product price. So I tell Bubble, I want the product image to be here. I want the product title to be here, and then the price is here. So where does Bubble pull this all the information out? It's actually from the database. So you see the database is in the same system. Yeah. So if I go to products, right, all the product listing here, you can see all my products are in a category electronic, right? So my iPhone actually is here. So this is I directly update database because I don't have a lot of time before this show to create a e-commerce site. So if you can even create a page, right, for you to enter the product easily via web or URL link via a web page. If you're admin, then you give admin access to access the page. So the shortcut I'm doing here is, of course, I update directly to the database, which is not recommended. So this is how the database
do you
look like.
update directly? How do you update directly to the database? Is it just you just upload?
So
is it
correct.
you
You can upload, you can export, and then you can upload here if you have let's say you want to migrate for Shopify. You build your own e-commerce store on Bubble. You can download the entire product list in your Shopify. Then after you can upload directly to Bubble. Just make sure that all the data fields that you see here, right, you can map You can map. Yeah. So category, electronic, product price, product title, then feature image. So is it a feature product or not? So these are the fields that I created just now before the
Oh,
show.
these are fields that you need to create. Okay, wait, pause.
Yes.
You go back to the previous page first.
Yes. Yeah. So this
Okay,
is
okay. So
where I
at the
see my product.
side, yeah, at the side, right, just below that search bar at the left side of your screen, right, you see the
Mhm.
all checkout items, all listing medias, all these, right? Are these
Yes.
fields that you need to intentionally create on Bubble first?
Yes, correct. You need to, before you build this app, right? The top process I gone through is I need to look, I need to think what are the data types I need to create to build an e-commerce store. Yeah. So first thing come to my mind is that I need to design the database, right? Most importantly is the before an app, right? I always need to put in some thought process on how to design a database. Is there any relationship between different data types? Yeah. So for example, I will say that, okay, I need a checkup. I need to have a product listing, right? Of course, I need to have a user login, which user is buying my product. Then I need to have a product listing. Then I need to have a order, which means if they buy, they add to cart. Then add to cart have multiple items, so
Yeah.
if they have more than 2 items or even more than 1 item, so I actually want to lump them into one order so I can identify later this is one order. Then I can send a delivery out. I didn't build a delivery function. That's why you never see a shipping address out there. But just imagine once you have an order, you have the particulars of where to ship to. Then you just ship every order. You just link one order to a shipping address to a particular customer. Yeah. Then I need to have checkout items. Yeah. So I think I should talk about checkout items first. Then checkout items become an order. Yeah. Then listing
Okay.
media is because sometimes a lot of images we don't want to increase the loading time per page. Yeah, so I actually, when you design database, usually the Bubble's recommended method is that you split those that will require high loading because page load is actually very important. So to split it in such a way, you don't lump everything into one data type. Yeah, so I split listing media, like the images for the products, right? I actually store them in the different data types. So all this need to be in a planning process. When you want to
Okay.
create an app database, you think properly first, because of course next time you can come in and change it, but it's more tedious to change
Yeah.
the database structure. Same as programming.
Mm.
People don't
Set the
really
foundation
program
first.
halfway then go and yeah. At the
Correct.
same time, programmer will understand this. Yes,
Yeah.
even though we don't use programming language, but I think
The
the same
logic is
concept
there.
still
Correct.
still need to apply. So database structuring and design is very important. So what you see here is all the data types. This is why I create a few data types required just for a simple demo that you see just now. Yeah. So from data types, right, you can see, okay, each data types are like product listing. Then you have data fields. So under product listing, which is a data type right here, then I have categories, feature, yes or no, feature image, which is an image type, product price, which is a number, product title, which is a text field. Yeah. Then for listing media, then I have description of the product, images, multiple images, because if you see list of images means I can have multiple items stored in this data type. Yeah. So in this data field. So this is how you structure a simple database for e-commerce. Yeah.
Okay. So, okay. I think this looks more like an enterprise solution. Do you feel that way? Like it is not too much for solopreneur business because it may be too much work for the person.
I don't agree.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah, because a lot of my when I just started last year, right, a lot of my clients, the first few clients are actually solopreneurs. Ironically, what you
are
just say
they
is not true.
using? What do you
Yeah. So so what they sold on the idea is they are convinced that instead of subscribing to multiple SaaS solutions, right, it can add up $20 US dollar per function. Even for solopreneurs, you'll be surprised. Maybe a lot of solopreneurs out there will know and understand. They are subscribing to three or more SaaS subscription on a monthly basis. Yeah, and then on the average, right, easily when I ask 10 solopreneurs, easily everyone say their subscription cost is exceed $100 US per month. Yeah, and
Okay.
then they don't even use the full functionality of each function. Like if they use a CRM function, they use an accounting function, they will probably just use like 30% to maybe 50% of the functionality.
Yep.
Then invoicing, they only use up to 50% of functionality. Yeah. So, and for solopreneurs, right, most of the functionality they use, right, are actually not complicated, right? They actually use those simple features. Yeah. So what they can do is that they can just design an entire app, which means they combine their three or more SaaS solutions that have been subscribing. They take all the key functionalities and then after start to design and say that, okay, this is all the function that I need. Okay, can I build it all totally on Bubble? The answer was actually yes. Yeah. I have more than 5 customers now that are solopreneurs who are actually convinced that they can actually build it on their own.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Which means,
can I ask,
yeah,
okay, does this help us to do, can we build email marketing like MailChimp, that kind? Because I think
yes,
one of the main costs also is that email marketing function.
correct. Email marketing, Bubble doesn't really have a very powerful email system.
Okay.
So actually, but they partner with SendGrid. You can actually easily integrate SendGrid, right, to send out the email marketing part of the whatever Bubble cannot provide. Yeah.
So what is it that Bubble is missing in the email marketing? They can't do the sending lah.
They can, but they have this send email function because in the workflow that I built before, they can send emails in the entire workflow that in the process, right? If a workflow process, you want to send email reminders, for example, you can actually use Bubble to send out the email. Yeah, and then the content of the email. They just charge one single price per month. If you don't want to launch it using a custom domain, it's actually free, which means you just use the bubble.io domain at the back. The front you can choose. Yeah, it's free. But then you cannot launch it. You cannot share it like external parties. If you are just solely use it for internal tools, I don't think you mind ada.bubble.io kind of domain, so because you're just using it as an internal tool. Yeah, so I actually built some of my automations using Bubble, using the free version because it's just for my use. Yeah, so it's okay. It's okay. Just put melverick123.bubble.io. Yeah, then for certain functions.
You are using their data, right, to upload your media, and you are also sending out emails, and they don't charge for all these, do they?
Certain function they don't charge, like they don't charge for sending how many emails. Yeah, they don't charge for how much database space that you as long as you don't actually launch it and need to share it with another party. Yeah, so up to now, right, I actually built simple functions that I actually use the free version. Yeah, but of course up to certain limitation of the database space, which is good enough if your internal tools use, because if you're small companies, I don't think your data is going to exit. I don't have exact number to share, but if you're interested, I actually share some data on at to which point in time you need to actually use a paid version. Yeah, but solopreneur, I hardly think that you will hit that hit that criteria. Yeah, so I think it's still a very good deal. If you can build it on your own and then use it internally, yeah, you probably can use a free version. And worst case scenario, if you need to do the paid version, it's only $25 per month. Yeah,
$25, which is actually very affordable. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Another criteria that I think the very clear limitation is, besides not able to use a custom domain name, you are not allowed to use any APIs, any API calls. APIs call is only for paid version. Yes.
Okay. Now, okay. So just now we were talking about building a website using Bubble. Then the next question is, where's the hosting? Is it hosted with Bubble or what?
Yes, hosted by Bubble. So for the $25 or the free version, right, you actually using Bubble's AWS hosting, which you don't have to worry about. Yes, you don't have to worry about the security because everything is handled by AWS. Yeah.
Oh, so you literally can build a free website with free hosting.
Yeah,
Correct.
but domain, you cannot have the custom domain. If you really want to use it as a website, you can't possibly be using the bubble.io domain.
Why not?
Which
Maybe
you
some
probably
may be okay with that. I mean, if
you can
whoever,
launch, but you can launch,
yes.
but then if you want to do it as a business, then people will question your website is under this bubble.io. I mean, it's out of personal preference. If you
Understand.
think that
They
if you
really
just have a
want,
website, yeah.
if they don't mind, if they don't mind having a website under with their brand name,
Yes,
bubble.io.
I think you will not choose to use the domain because there is extra wording in the domain, like
Oh,
the word test dash something. So it's a bit weird
all
to
right.
use a free version to launch
If I
something
test.
public. Yeah. Yes. It's not so simple as in it's
Oh, it's not just
yeah,
bubble.io.
no,
Oh,
it's not. There's a test dash something. So the domain name is a bit weird, so I don't think anyone will want to launch a website using the
okay.
free version. Yeah.
So
Yeah, I don't think
minimally, the payment is 25 USD per month
so.
at least if you want to launch a website.
Yes, correct. Yeah, so you can
Okay.
actually build a website. So if you just want a website, I don't recommend you to use Bubble because I think WordPress is still free. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
so I don't recommend. But if you want to do beyond just launching a website, then
Mm.
Bubble is more powerful.
Okay. Can
You
you
can build
share?
any. Yeah.
Can you share with us, right? Because my my network there will be a lot of solopreneurs. So what most of your solopreneurs find super useful in building using Bubble for their own small business. More now we talk about small business rather than e-commerce.
Hmm.
Yeah. So what would be good for small business?
Okay, so for small business, right? Yeah. So basically, let me stop sharing my screen. Then we can
Mm.
actually. Yeah. So for small businesses, right? What I spoke to so far, everybody is agreeing on these two software, CRM and invoicing, which means accounting system. Yeah. So
Okay.
that's why, yeah, we have already decided to come together and build this. We call it from the lead when the lead was generated to the
Mm.
invoicing function, which means in between this lead generated and invoicing, which means technically you're taking a new lead to convert it to a customer to and right in between what are the functions that you need. Yeah, you can build on Bubble. So I actually spoke to more than 10 solopreneurs. They all agree that these are all the features that all solopreneurs will require. And of course, just now you coincidentally you mentioned about email marketing. Actually, email marketing is one of the function. Yeah,
Yep.
the thing is that it's more complex to build the email marketing because you have to use SendGrid. Yeah, so you have to integrate with SendGrid
Which
to
will
have the
explain
email
much
marketing function.
more so
Yes,
lah.
correct.
Okay.
Yeah, and then of course, email marketing. You talk about automation like sending campaigns. Then a lot of automation like when this client open the email or click the CTA button or not, right? So all these automations. So it's a bit more complex to build that part. Not saying it's not possible, which means
There's a
it requires
workflow function,
yeah.
right? Mm.
Yes, there's a workflow function. Yeah, just that it's more
Mm.
complex to build it on Bubble now. So we actually put the email marketing function as a separate, which means we can actually do an API with whatever email marketing software you're using. So what we're trying to build now is actually from a lead coming in, we build a simple CRM to track the lead, right? Then after that, you link it to any email marketing software you're using, right? Then after that, they can actually feed all this data back to Bubble, and then when the customer progress into, you can then use Bubble's invoicing function that we are building today to send out the invoices, right? And after sending out invoices, right, we actually can extend the functionality to let you have a simple bookkeeping function where you can actually manage your expenses, any money in, money out. You can actually use that Bubble function that we are building in terms of accounting invoicing function. Then after that, you can actually do a annual submission to IRAS or ACRA. As a Singaporean, if you're a business owner, you'll know that every year you need to submit ACRA, or the tax submission, and also your financial statement. Yeah. So we are thinking of, me and a group of solopreneurs, we are coming together to build this as a very general platform where all solopreneurs will require these features, right? So you can actually just generate the two reports, one to submit to ACRA, one to submit to IRAS. Yeah. So which means, right, if you have this system, you technically have 80% of what you require as a system you require to manage your lead to invoicing. Yeah.
Okay,
So I
so
think once this is built, yeah, I think you'll be very beneficial to all the solopreneurs out there.
okay, this
Yes.
actually sounds very similar to another provider. I'm not sure you may have known them. It's called Xero, Xero. Have you heard of Xero?
Yes, I have been using Xero for I think coming to 10 years, so I'm very familiar with
Alright.
Xero. Xero is a
So
very
how?
Xero is a very good software, I must say, because I love it.
Mhm.
Yeah, especially they can actually integrate with the bank, feed, auto bank feed.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I've been using Xero to run my various business for many years. Of course, to build a function like Xero, you probably take a while to build on Bubble. Not saying it's not possible, but the bank feed features, then of course the various bank will not talk to you lah. The various bank will not release their API to individual like you lah. Yeah. So if you
Understand.
already you want to use Xero and then you are loving the bank feed feature, then I think I'm sorry to say this. You probably can't have that API because the bank will not allow the API to just open up for you. Yeah. So, but the other function like create invoice, send out invoice, create vendor
And the
invoice, to pay money, to record all your expenses or your receipts, yeah, and to generate reports, all can be built on Bubble, yeah, except the
so
bank feed.
exactly. So actually, my question will be then why will people want an alternative solution to Xero? Is it because Bubble is going to be much cheaper?
Yes, of course, it's much cheaper because the Xero subscription I'm paying today it comes with 50 Sing dollar every month. Yeah, but the only feature that I don't think I can duplicate is the, like I said, the bank feed. So if I sacrifice the bank feed, which means I can download the bank statement, because I can download the bank statement and I can actually upload the bank statement into Bubble. Let's say I build a accounting software based on Bubble, right? I still can do a download, upload functions to do the automated feed. It will not be like real time because Xero actually allows you to do automated feed every day once or twice, I'm not sure. Yeah, but then every day if I log into Xero, I can see that the bank feed is done. Then certain bank statement items are all pulled over from the bank to Xero. But the same function can be done by the upload and download function. Yeah. So if you want to build on Bubble, the only way we can actually do the auto bank feed is actually from download and upload. Yeah.
Okay. So it looks like you and your team, right? You have come up with this idea and you are going to build this. There's no point somebody else rebuild the same thing using Bubble since you guys are building now. So are
Yes,
you
exactly.
selling this?
Correct. Yeah, exactly why like the correct exact words that you say. No point everyone reinvent the wheel, right? But of course we're going to build which means the five of us who come together, all of us are solopreneurs. The five of us coming together to build is because we can build it faster. And these are the exact students I have taught in the past few months. So they actually learn from me. So we decided to come together, build a simple one, and then release this template to all the solopreneurs who did it. Of course, later I will share more how the solopreneurs can get hold of this template when it's built. We're currently still building. Yeah. And then no point in reinventing the wheel because the same feature, basic feature that I feel that all solopreneurs cannot run away from this feature, which is if create invoice and send invoice is just same function. Yeah. And then you don't no point you go and build the function all over again. So we're gonna release this template to people who knows how to use Bubble to build it. So you can actually customize it on your own after getting hold of this template. So you can actually make sure that your solution or the application that you're using to manage your lead to invoice, right, are according to your workflow, your process. Yeah. So no longer you need to tweak your process to fit the application, because if you subscribe to application from whatever sources, right, sometimes you find that this certain part they cannot fulfill my process.
Yeah.
I have to
Yes.
tweak my process just to fit the application. Yeah, but for Bubble,
Okay.
you know, you probably no need. You can just customize the process to fit use the application to fit your process. Yeah. So what we have gathered together is just to build a very simple template where all the features are standard. Yeah. Even though you don't find that it's standard, you can change it on your own after you learn how to use Bubble. Yeah.
Nice. So you are not going to so-called sell it as a subscription model lah. You are just going to release the template.
Yes, I don't think I want to be a SaaS solution provider. Yeah, that's not what I want. I actually want more non-technical people to know about there is the way to build applications without you having to learn programming language. Because learning programming language takes a long time, and sometimes you want to learn certain language, right? You already take a few years, and then there's so many programming language out there. Yeah, so I think no point learning, and even if you put your heart and soul to it, not everybody can learn the programming language. I'm one of them. I tried to learn, but at the end I gave up. Yeah, when I found that there's this no code solution where I can build applications, immediately I just learned it, and within like I wouldn't say I learned it very fast, but within 16 hours of exposing myself to learning, yeah, I was able to just simply build something very simple, like input data, and then the input data saved in the database with very simple online form. I create an online form. Then once I input an online form, I click the save button. It gets saved into the Bubble database. So I think within 8 to 16 hours, depending on the individual, how fast you can learn Bubble, you technically can start building, and you learn what you build. It's faster if you apply what you learn. I think it's the same for everything out there. If you learn, if you don't apply, you definitely forget about it. But if you learn, once you start learning, you have a use case. Then after you start building what you want to build. So if you get hold of our template, right, which you find that it's going to be a useful solution from lead generation to invoicing. If you find that this is a very good template that you want to work on, after you learn it, you immediately go and apply what you learn and customize that piece of application into what you want it to be. Yeah, of course, it takes time. It's not going to be an overnight thing. Yeah, then you definitely can build something out of it eventually. Yeah, it may be 3 months, it may be 6 months, but definitely, if you want to build a custom software like this out there, firstly you can't do it yourself.
Yep.
Secondly, it's going to cost a lot of money if you want to sub it out to any agency. Yeah, at least I think 30,000, 50,000 is.
Yep.
Yeah, and then they're going to take the same amount of time. Maybe they say 3 months or 6 months, and then it's going to a lot of time for you to go and explain what you want. Then and then there will always be miscommunication. Oh, this is not what I want. Or this is according to Then they have to go and spend time, go and tweak it. But then if you are the one thinking of this is what I want, then you build it. You are the one who actually building what you think you want. Yeah. So actually you keep a part of that requirement gathering and requirement documentation. Yeah. Because you don't have to talk to a third party. Yeah. But of course, a lot of solopreneurs out there tells me, yeah, I can learn, so I can understand what has been built. Like I show you the back end just now. You understand where is this for, what is this for. But then they say that eventually I won't have time. And I say, yes, it's fine. If you learned it, you know how it works, right? Good enough. Then you leave it as that. Then you can get an agency. My agency also can do it for you, according to what you want. So you pay us money, right, to build it for you, right? But the good thing is what? Because after I build, I hand it over to you. You know what has been built. You don't have to look at the program at the back, right? And it's all zeros and ones and all the language that you don't understand. So you don't know whether I'm building it correctly or I'm building it in a very neat way or tidy way, or all programmers can understand. Yeah. So basically, if I build it for you on Bubble, if you know, you take a 4 hours course, 8 hour course on Bubble, you technically understand what has been built for you. So you are in control of the software that you use to run your business, and eventually, if you want to make small tweaks here and there, you can do it yourself. Yeah, you don't have to say, okay, because Melverick built for me, any small changes I need to make, I need to go back to Melverick, and then Melverick is going to charge me money. Yeah. Don't have to be
Correct.
that- It doesn't need to be that way, because once you know
Yeah.
bubble, I build it for you. You can make simple tweaks. You can do it. Yeah, because it's there on your screen. You just change this box here. You change the workflow. The workflow is behaving this way. You don't like it. You can just go to the one that particular part of the workflow you don't like, and you change it. Yeah, because it's not a programming language. It's just it's English words
Logic.
lah.
It's the
Yeah,
logic
logic.
that
It's condition
yes.
logic. Is
Yeah.
it's condition. You're building workflow processes using condition logic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. So I think, right, actually this is great for the digital transformation within small businesses. They can send their staff to learn Bubble. Then this staff can continue to maintain that whole business process using Bubble, build and
Yes.
maintain, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Build
I
and
think more
maintain.
sustainable for their
Yeah.
business.
And after that, let's say for some employees, they love, they find that they learn Bubble, then they super like Bubble. Then after they probably learn on their own, right? Then you can actually get the employee to then the particular employee who start to learn, start to gain more knowledge on how to use Bubble. Eventually, if the business guy, the business person, will have some processor. They say that, hey, you help me in my business. I can automate this part. I can automate that part. They can build it on their own. Yeah, using Bubble.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct. They don't need to source for an agency. They can do it on their own
Yes.
in-house.
Yes.
Yes.
Correct. Of course, if the company don't have budget and then they have time, they can actually build it on their own. Yeah.
Yes.
So anyway, if you sub it out to agency, at the end when it comes back, you still have control over it.
The maintenance and everything. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So
yes,
actually, the most attractive part about learning Bubble, right, can I say, is that it is still pretty much free for you to use because you can still use the free plan as you learn. Correct or not?
Correct.
Right.
Yeah. As
So
you learn, it's free.
for any kind of
Free.
license, no license fee, nothing. Just use the free plan to pick it up first. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Use a free plan just to learn. Yeah. Then there's of course once you learn the basic, there's a lot of online resources you can start to tap on. Yeah. But of course, Bubble, there's some terminology and some common concepts. Once you grasp the concept by attending a course, then the rest you can actually learn it on your own. Not an issue. Yeah. So I myself also, I also pick up many other functionalities and different ways of building certain features. There's always a more effective way to build the certain features, although it's the same feature. But as you get more experience, you can actually build it in a better way. Yeah. So
Nice.
all this, as long as you start apply, you will start to learn more things. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So can you give us a more complete idea other than you doing templates for businesses to use that on, right? What other solutions and services you will provide for anyone interested in Bubble?
Yeah, the template thing is just coincidentally, I teach the few Filipinos to use Bubble, and then we sat down together and said what application they want to build, and most of them want to build a CRM and invoicing. That's why I actually gathered them together and said that, hey, why don't you all split the work and then build together, and then you all use it together so you can have the application faster lah. Yeah, and then of course once it's built, then of course I was thinking, then this template may benefit a lot of other solopreneurs out there. So why we just share the template out there to more solopreneurs? Of course, the main criteria is they need to know how to work on it to make it into an application that fits your business. Yeah. So building template, I think is just coincidental. That it happened. It just happened. But my main business is I want to teach as many people to use Bubble as possible. That's the current moment. Of course,
so the main thing is learning the course. Sure, go ahead.
Yes. So firstly is the awareness. Shows like I'm talking to you. This video will be watched by maybe by a lot of people. Yeah. So those who watch this video will know that there's such thing called Bubble. There's such thing called no code. I don't need programming knowledge to build application. So the awareness need to be there. And second, of course, is they're interested. Then come and learn. So I will teach them. Then the third part is that if you learn already, you find that I mean time to spend time building it, then I can build it for you. So the development work can be passed on to me, to my company. We can build for you according to what you want. Then
Sure.
so this is the two things that my company is currently doing. So instead of spending more money to customize a software, which doesn't make sense, you still can customize a software by building it on our own, or you sub out to an agency. Even though you sub out to the agency, it still be 30 to 40% cheaper than using traditional programming knowledge.
Okay. You want to share more about your course first? The course that you provide?
Yes. Currently, I am open to teach small groups, right? So eventually, I want to teach a class, but now this is like a temporary offer I'm offering is if you want to have a one-on-one session with me to learn Bubble, it'll be $300 for 4 hours. I'll sit down with you. Sing dollars, $300. I sit down one-to-one. Because if it's one-to-one, then you can learn faster, and I can focus more on you. So you can learn faster. But if you feel that you want to bring a friend, if your friend were interested, then both of you have $50 off per person. So it'll be $250. So this is a limited offer I'm offering. I probably will stop in once I get the number of students I want. So I haven't really think of how many students I will stop. But if you're interested, just don't wait. Just approach Ada for the details. Then actually we can actually set out a time that is beneficial. I mean, time that is convenient to you, to yourself, or you and your friend. So I don't have a class schedule. So I actually go according to if. So I think this is easier for me to get more to learn. To know what to learn, because initially I wanted to set up a class of 5 to 10, so very difficult to get everyone to be on the same schedule. So for a start, I just do a 1-to-1 or 1-to-2, and then it's more effective also.
This is a 4-hour session, right? The $300 4 hours. So how do you split? Is it 1 day 1 hour or what? Or 1 day 4 hours?
I prefer 1 day 4 hours. Of course, we have a 15 minutes break in between, a half an hour break. I rather not split it up. So I just finish everything 4 hours. So in a single half day, I think it's doable. But if let's say worst come to worst, case by case basis, I can split like 2 hours given the But that one I cannot guarantee that I will agree unless you have valid reasons.
So within after these whole 4 hours, they will be able to get a good understanding of how Bubble works, and what are the users of Bubbles, or what do they get?
They will definitely understand the fundamental and all the basic concept of Bubble. They definitely can build a simple landing page based on Bubble with simple logic conditions. And the other thing, the bonus that I can give is actually for people who I train 1-to-1 or 1-to-2. Right. Once the template is ready, the lead to invoicing template is ready, I will give them one copy.
Free of charge after.
Free of charge. Yes. So this is only for this special group of people who actually sign up.
Sure. So if anyone out of Singapore is keen to learn Bubble, you will be able to do Zoom with them. Is it all right?
Yes. This class is also possible on Zoom. So the same thing, 1-to-1
to anyone from any country.
Yes. So for those based in Singapore, of course, if you prefer to do a face-to-face, I'm open either face-to-face or online, depending on your preference. But if you want a face-to-face, you need to propose a location with strong Wi-Fi. Because I don't have a location. If not, even though Singapore, based in Singapore, you also need to do. We also can do Zoom.
Yes. So after this 4-hour course, right? How much support will the attendees get from you after? Is it gone and gone, or what else they get?
Good question. Yes, we have already have a bubble community in Singapore and actually Malaysia also, but Malaysia I'm not always there, yeah, so not so applicable to me now. But this bubble community actually gives quite strong support to people who just started learning bubble. Yeah. So what we have is actually the community will tend to meet every fortnightly in a certain cafe. Yeah. So if you're if you actually learn from me, I'll put you into this community. Yeah. So once there's a gathering, you actually can join them. There'll always be beginners to expert levels, people who have used Bubble for 3 to 5 years, people who have used Bubble for only 1 to 2 months. You know, so diverse skill set. But those who are more expert in Bubble, they understand that they are there to actually help those beginners to learn more. They can ask questions. Yeah. So even let's say there's this community support, they are not obligated to help you, of course. Yes. So if you, let's say after you take my course, yeah, I will actually give you 8 hours of such support, which means that if any one time you want to activate a half an hour Zoom call or 1 hour Zoom call, yeah, to kind of ask me question on how can this be done, you first send me all your issues first. We can gather all the issues, and after that we can, once there's enough issues, we can actually jump onto a call. So I think I can actually provide another 8 hours of support after your learning with me. Yeah. Again, this is only applicable to the people who sign up now using the 1-to-1 or 1-to-2. Yeah. Eventually, I'm going to open up the class 5 to 10. Yeah. So the support may be different. So not saying that there won't be. Yeah, but then maybe a different package.
Okay, so now based on your current experience in teaching people Bubble, right? What do you think are the minimal criteria to start learning Bubble, the prerequisites for learners?
Yeah, I think that's also a very good question. Yeah, so I always ask a few basic questions. Have you ever used WordPress to build your own website? So people who are familiar with WordPress, I find that they can learn faster. Yeah, because they are really familiar with your platform, the drag and drop function, add this one, add this field. Yeah, so I think if you have used WordPress before, you're able to learn faster. If you have not learned WordPress before, doesn't mean that you won't be able to pick it up. You still can. Just that I may need to spend more time on the basic fundamentals with that person. So that's why now in the beginning, if you have if I train 1-to-1 or 1-to-2, it's easier because there's only 2% maximum I need to cater for. So the learning speed for these 2% may be actually exactly the same. Yeah, because they are friends probably, then they will probably understand each other's technical capability. Yeah. Besides that, if you have not used WordPress or you have not actually built any websites before, it's still possible to learn. Just that I may need to spend another extra half an hour or 1 hour just to cover some of the very, very, very basic stuff. If I've used WordPress before, I probably can just very fast, within 10-15 minutes, I can cover those basic. Because you'll probably you'll be able to understand because Bubble concept and the WordPress concept in terms of building website, the drag and drop function and the display elements are actually more or less the same. Yeah. Other criteria may be I wouldn't say there's certain criteria. I will only say that you either learn faster or slower.
Yes, actually, I feel that WordPress will help you be familiar with the technical aspects, but there is another aspect, and that is the logic flow. And some of us, we lack the logic flow, right? Like we want to do this, but we do not know what are the steps to do to get to this. And I think is this very important in Bubble, right? The design of the whole flow.
Correct. Yeah. So you're correct. Yeah. That's the exact challenge I faced in the beginning when I started learning. Yeah. I mean, dragging element here to this position is very simple. Yeah. But then once you have a certain function or certain automation conditions you want to input, then how to actually format the condition statement
Yes.
will probably take some practice lah. Yeah. I struggle in the beginning, but I would say the more you practice, the more you get better. And again, same for everything that you learn out there. Yeah, you need to apply, and then once you applied it, then more or less after a while, you get a hang of it. Then now, right, maybe certain condition statements, more complex ones, I will still need a bit more time to figure it out. Yeah, but those simple ones, which I used to struggle, now is no longer a struggle to me. Yeah, so I think the key thing is still you need to apply, and then you need to start building. Then you will learn.
So can I safely assume, right, understanding from your sharing of Bubble, if a company wants to send somebody to learn Bubble from you, this person better be somebody who is more logical, or you feel more savvy with technical. Which one is the more important factor to pick up Bubble and use it?
Oh, technical savvy and condition. Oh, okay. Actually, both skill set will be beneficial to learn Bubble. Yeah. But if you ask me to see which one more important, I will say technical savvy first. Yeah, because once you're technical savvy, you are able to pick up the condition statement, like how to form everything together. Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Logical. If you know how to do, if you are logical in thinking, if you are not tech savvy, then of course the learning curve of the initial learning curve of learning Bubble will be there, as in it'll be more steeper for a non-technical person. Yeah, because actually a lot of things are still very technical in the beginning. Yeah,
All right.
so but I'm not saying it's not user friendly. It's very user friendly. Yeah, but then if you ask me to compare who will learn faster, the technical savvy one will probably learn faster. And the condition statement thing, they may struggle when they try and build. You will help. Yeah, but if the person who are not so savvy in the condition logical thinking, right, may struggle later when they try to figure out form the condition statement. Yeah,
Correct.
but then they will face the challenge later. But the logical thinking person will face the technical challenge in the beginning when they learn Bubble. So I think it's the different timing. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
But I think because maybe by as time pass, you will also come out with more templates for them. Maybe that will also help, right? Those templates.
I feel that once you're in a community, and the community actually is growing, I feel that the sharing part is very important. Yeah. So most people will probably use the same features out there. Yeah. So eventually, let's say the sharing is very active. People are actively sharing what they built. And then, sharing template is very easy. It's just you copy another version. Then after it's just change the ownership. It's just a one-step process. So I think the sharing part, once you're in a community, I think you'll be very, very easy for everyone to start sharing.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you all have a WhatsApp group, Telegram group or something where you're
Yes. Well, we have a linking group, we have a WhatsApp group. We probably will have a Telegram group, and all the, like, if there's I think what group is in, it doesn't matter. As long as someone is there's a community manager trying to manage it. Yeah, so we can have various groups, and then people can just join the various group. There's no hard fast or say that you must join this group or you must be there. Yeah, so I think eventually, if the group is big enough, people will start to create their own groups. Yeah, then you start to form your own community. Yeah, so now it's just one, because it's still very new in this part of Asia. And in US and Europe, I think the trend is there. It's quite hot. Yeah. So definitely you'll come. So be the first few to learn first and start practicing, and you'll be better than those who start later. Yeah. So I think first mover advantage is there.
Okay, very good. Yeah, okay. I think thanks for the very informative sharing. And this product looks really good for anyone who is keen to upgrade themselves. Yeah, either from the company perspective to send somebody, or individual who wants to upgrade. So is there anything else that anything that we missed out that you want to share? Because I've been asking you a lot of questions. Anything that you plan to share but you didn't share? Any other things?
Actually, all your questions are very good questions. So I think more or less whatever I want to share are covered by all your questions.
Okay, great.
So yeah, there's nothing that you have missed out. Yeah.
Okay, very good, wonderful. Yep.